with this video, guys, I want this video to be raw. You can be a master of the charts, but if you're not a master of your mind, there's no point of even being a trader, because a strategy is worth nothing if you cannot master it with your own mindset, and mindset rules a lot. I think trading psychology is overhyped. I want to make a raw video. I will hop on and show you something that I prepared for you guys in this video, but I want one psychology video that covers it all. From experience, from someone like me who's traded 5 years in the market, gone through all of the struggles that probably a lot of you guys are going through, to then actually seeing success in my trading it live in front of an audience for 3 years, and that's a massive difference. So when it comes to trading psychology, it is really overhyped online. So you see online, you're fed this information: fear, greed, FOMO, don't have FOMO. Yes, they are correct. These are the most common issues that you face in psychology, but it doesn't solve it. Only time solves fear, FOMO, greed, but in that time you lose so much that you quit. They say 90% of traders fail. The reason is, part of that, there's a quitting rate, right? So yeah, 90% of traders fail, but most of them quit before they even saw success, because mentally they could not take it anymore. And that's how it works in trading, is that mentally things don't work. Financially, you might not have the money and you quit. So in this video, I'm going to cover everything. Already I've yapped a bit, but I'm going to make this exactly how to do it based off experience. So we all have the problem: FOMO, not following our plan, lack of strategy, hopping between strategies. All of this makes us lose. And psychologically, when we start trading, we have a why. Might mean you want to make more money. You might want to have freedom, right? I wanted more freedom. I wanted to be able to be my own boss, build something, have time during the day, drive a car like this. But at the beginning, when I first started trading, that was so far away when I realized how hard this game was, that I thought I would never achieve it. Twice in my career, I've actually become super close to quitting. And I consider myself mentally strong. We all have struggles. People have issues with their family. People have issues with money. People have issues with whatever it may be. It's just how life works. No one really has a perfect life. Towards the end of this video, I'm gonna put this all on a document. I'm gonna run you through the document pretty seamlessly and tell you exactly how it worked for me. And I've tried it with others, and it has worked for others as well. So one ultimate thing to begin with, number one, is you're gonna spend less time on the chart. Ultimately, that is gonna change a lot. You need to spend very specific times, but less times on the chart. All the professional traders do not spend thousands of hours at the chart at once. The charts can consume you. You can miss many things in life. You can sacrifice. You have to sacrifice, but you will sacrifice things that you will regret, right? And you can't get back that time, right? You're gonna say, oh, I need to stay at the charts. I'm not gonna go out with my mother for dinner because I need to stay at the charts. Maybe this next 15-minute candle can be something that changes. Something might happen. I might be able to make money on this. And trust me, long term, those moments count, I promise. Not the 15-minute candle, but just going to have dinner with your mom or something. So I'm gonna jump to my PC and I'm gonna give you exactly how to deal with trading psychology step by step. Every single step laid out, and hopefully this video helps you and pushes you to be better. So I'm gonna go into depth in this. I'm gonna jump straight to the charts. Not charts, but the document I prepared. We're gonna cover all that.
So before we start and go into this diagram that I've made you, this is my public track record of every single trade I've taken in London session over the past 3 years, done on YouTube live from entry to exit. And this is why I want to talk to you about this, because this is coming from experience, not opinions. So many people online will tell you, if you can't follow a strategy, it's your psychology. Your psychology is off. Psychology is a massive part, but it's overhyped. And simply, we try things, we try to get better, and it always lets us down. It always lets us down. We always FOMO trade. We always, feel so guilty for the actions that we take. And we blame our psychology and say it has to get better, but it doesn't. We lose money. We try to change strategy. Maybe we doubt the strategy. Strategy doesn't start working. Then it comes a whole round circle, and then we start doubting ourselves and our psychology, and it becomes a total mess. And this is the cycle that we go through, and there's a way to get out this cycle, and it all starts from this. It's first accepting that we are human and we're going to have things that are going to annoy us and make us make decisions, because that's just part of being human. We experience so much different emotions through day-to-day life, towards loved ones, towards people we don't like. It's just how life works. Trading will be no different. It's just going to bring out all of these emotions at once, and you need to learn a system, which I'm about to show you, or how to manage it. And I've prepared this because I just want to make one psychology video that will just, do everything and help you guys. So definitely do, leave a like if this helps. It does support the channel here. So core principle is psychology is personal, right? We discussed that a bit. And your psychology is unique. Your reactions, discipline, and emotional triggers will define your edge, right? So this is the difference. Everyone will react differently, and ultimately your journey is going to be personal. So since it's personal, the biggest problem is people don't understand enough about themselves. You don't know your strengths and weaknesses because you don't do things outside of the charts to bring out your strengths and weaknesses. If I were to ask a question about you, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Because your weaknesses are going to be drawn out from the charts. The charts are going to draw out your hesitation, your timidness, maybe your overconfidence in life. That's what's going to be. And your strengths is something you can use to your advantage to make sure you channel that energy properly, right? That's really important, and you need to track that. You need to track that and build off that. And as I was saying, you need to build discipline outside of the charts, right? So this is a massive thing that most people don't discuss. Many of the way that I've able to develop success is because of my success outside of the charts. Me being a sporty person, building a disciplinary hobby, such as having stuff that I achieve to be better at. You need to have something that you want to be better at, whether that's you playing sport, whether that's you having a hobby, could be something, whatever it might be, even gaming. I mean, I prefer you do something, but it has the same concept of you need to strive every day to get better and solve for what is going wrong. So having gym fitness is really important, not only for mental health, but if you're physically performing well, you're going to mentally perform well. That coincides with having diet. I can't tell you how just fixing these simple factors of your life, such as fitness, diet, and sleep, can drastically impact not only your trading, but everything else. Trading is being an entrepreneur, and you're competing against people who are way more advanced than us. We have a disadvantage coming to the market. So we need to take every single advantage that we can take. And if we're showing up to the charts unfit, we don't have our mental right, we're not feel good about ourselves, we're not eating well, so we don't have a good diet, not clean food is going in our body, so we don't know how to act, and we're not sleeping properly, it's not going to work well on the charts. Those emotions that you already have are going to do what? Are going to be amplified, is what I'm trying to say. So you need to have these. You need to challenge yourself. Challenge yourself, do something difficult. In my group, I have a fitness chat, and people challenge themselves to do, 10K runs and stuff like this. And this is exactly it, building that discipline outside, and it's going to be really, really important. And your habits outside trading will shape your inside results, right? So daily routine, this is very important in just general things. You need to have a plan here, right? So here's a simple plan. I can go more into depth about this. And really, this topic about psychology is massive. I've put this in a simple one-pager to make it really clear and give you actionable steps you guys can take. But really, I've gone in depth about actually how the brain works. I've had webinars on stats and stuff because something that interests me as well. So very simple here. Review your levels, right? This is my pre-market. What I always do, I have a bias, I check fundamentals, and you tell yourself, just the act of telling yourself, I will stick to my plan today. Just tell yourself that. When you're in your trade, just make sure you're following your plan and avoid being obsessed at the screen, trying to dictate every single move and let that emotionally cause you. Because remember, what stuff on the chart, you have to find what on the chart causes your emotion. Does big candles cause your emotion? Does missing moves cause your emotion? And try to pull yourself away from that. So that if I'm in a trade and I'm on the 1 minute and the 1 minute's causing me stress because I see it doing things I don't like, I need to avoid that because that's going to cause emotional issues. So next thing is obviously journal, put screenshots, note your emotions. You can rate your discipline and only focus on one improvement. This is massive. People make these massive complicated journals and they're really good at writing it, but they never apply anything because there's so much. I felt this, I felt that, blah, blah, blah. I see an essay. No, focus on only one thing to improve, and that is. So these are the common problems, and these are some basic solutions I met. As I said, these can go into more depth, but these are, FOMO, right? Fear of missing out. Fear of missing a trade. Use a checklist. Wait for confirmations. If you just have a simple thing written out on paper in front of you, read that before you enter. Revenge trading. After you take a loss, force yourself for a timeout. Force yourself to do an action that you have to walk away and set specific trading times. That's part of your trading routine where you have to maybe go do your hobby. Welcome to trading. Or maybe you have to attend a job, attend a meeting, whatever it may be. This is how trading works. Over trading, you have to set a max trades per day and you will break that. You will break that rule, but if you consciously think about it every single day and it's on your mind, at some point you're going to actually learn to do that. And that's why you need to work on this outside of the chart, right? And then fear to enter trades, you need to reduce size and backtest. These are the two basic concepts. Because you're just not confident with the strategy, not confident in yourself. So backtesting will show you that the strategy works. You can use any backtesting software, but make sure that you are not just replaying, you're actually backtesting, viewing it in a real life scenario using Tick Data. Pip Labs is my favorite, of course. That's the one I would use. Reduce size is going to be a great one in the market to just make sure you're focusing on process. And if you're impulsive, read a note on your desk before entry. That's the one. Like, read the note. Does it follow those certain plans? Go. So, a little bit of a feedback loop I built here. Journal your trade. Reflect on that journal. Adjust it. Remember, adjust that one thing. Backtest to get better. And then repeat. If you just do this cycle, it's going to drastically change your psychology. The last thing I'm going to end with this video, keep it nice and short, is, and this is what I've wrote, and I want you guys to take this and go away with this, is that trading psychology is a lifestyle. It's not a skill. To learn to be a different person. The person who's maybe listening to this video right now is not the profitable trader that they want to be, and that person has to change. So it becomes a lifestyle. It's not a skill. You have to live every single day through this, okay? And I thought it was a skill. Now, obviously, it's a skill to acquire the psychology, which I can go into depth of how to do that in different videos and whatever. And I'm thinking of doing a whole webinar series of psychology and how to tackle this side of things. Let me know in the comments if you would like that. But this is something I really like. You don't rise to the level of your strategy. People think if I learn this strategy, I'm gonna get better. No, you only fall to the level of your discipline and mindset. So read that again before you hop off the video. I hope this video has helped. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very, very soon. Peace.